a time long past, there lived a man named Kosaka Devaputta. He was a man of great wealth, but his heart was filled with greed, and his days were consumed by quarrels with those around him. When his time on earth came to an end, the heavy weight of his actions, his karma, pulled him down, leading him to be reborn in a lower realm, a world far removed from the comforts he once knew. Kosaka was reborn as a dog. His new form was humble, often despised and chased away by the very people he once looked down upon. He roamed the streets, hungry and alone, yet deep within his canine consciousness, a faint glimmer of wisdom from his human past remained, like a distant echo, waiting for a chance to be heard again. This small ember of his former self was a connection to a life he could no longer remember, but one that had not entirely vanished. One day, a Buddhist monk, his face serene and his steps gentle, entered the village to collect alms. As the villagers offered food, the stray dog watched from a distance. It looked into the monk's calm eyes and, for the first time in its new life, felt a profound and unusual sense of peace wash over it. Without understanding why, drawn by an invisible thread of connection, the dog began to follow the monk. This was the power of affinity from a past life, a spiritual bond that transcended form and memory, pulling the two souls together. From that day forward, the dog became the monk's silent companion and guardian. Day after day, it walked faithfully by his side. It sat quietly near him as he meditated, its presence a small, steady anchor in the stillness. It would bark to warn him of approaching dangers, protecting him with an instinct born of pure devotion. Though it could not speak the language of humans, its heart bowed in deep reverence. Through these simple, selfless acts, the dog, once the greedy man Kosaka, began to accumulate merit. Its every action, fueled by a rediscovered sense of loyalty and respect, was planting the seeds for a better future. Each quiet moment spent in the monk's peaceful presence was purifying its spirit, slowly washing away the stains of its past life. The years passed, and the dog grew old. When its life finally came to a gentle end, the virtue it had cultivated through its unwavering devotion blossomed with incredible force. This time, Kosaka was not pulled downward. Instead, the merit he had earned lifted him up. He was reborn into a kind and noble family, a life of comfort and opportunity. More importantly, he was born into a place and time where he could once again encounter the teachings of the Buddha, a chance to continue his journey on the path to enlightenment. This rebirth was not an accident. It was the direct result of the goodness he had nurtured in his humble existence as a dog. This story of Kosaka Devaputta serves as a powerful reminder for all of us. Karma, the law of cause and effect, shapes our circumstances and the form we take in each life. Our actions, thoughts, and intentions are the architects of our destiny. But the story also shows us that our journey is not fixed. Wholesome deeds and a connection to spiritual truths, our affinity for the path, can elevate us, regardless of our current state. Even a being born into a life as seemingly low as a stray dog can progress toward enlightenment if it holds faith and goodness in its heart. The potential for awakening exists within every living being. So, how can we apply this lesson in our modern lives? It begins with recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings. Every act of kindness, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, plants a seed of awakening within us. When we show compassion to all living things from our fellow humans to the smallest animals, we are not just helping them, we are creating the path toward our own inner peace and wisdom. This compassion softens our hearts, clears our minds, and aligns us with the fundamental goodness of the universe. It is a practice that transforms both the giver and the receiver. The journey of Kosaka Devaputta teaches us a profound truth. Enlightenment is not a distant prize, reserved for a chosen few. It is a potential that resides within every heart, awaiting the moment it is nurtured by virtue and purity. It is a path open to all who choose to walk it, one step, one kind act, one moment of mindfulness at a time. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of ancient wisdom. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the path to inner peace. May you walk in kindness and clarity.